Hey,
here we
truth
go.
got to come out. We want the solution. I remember this. This is fire.
Make it full screen if you can.
Shout out to Dave Floss. He plays a guitar. Bass.
When I was born in 65, Grandma Ruth said never lie. The key to life was only truth. Listen to Grandma, old Ruth. In the Bible, Ruth refused to go until the truth she was to know. Great God man said truth to be, would loose my chains, set me free. I grew up dreaming to tell my stories of fancy tales of angelic glory. Instead my train derailed my truth, my dear old grandma, old Ruth. She said the truth was worth to die, to beat old Satan, to beat his lies. I left my dreams to fight for truth, and dear old grandma, old Ruth. A funny thing, my first big film, loved and hated like the heat of a kiln. Hero to some, others wish dead. Hard success, hard head. Astronauts wild, I never flinched. My armor was the truth I pinched. Nervous now that I was groovy, sweaty palms just watching that movie. I grew up dreaming to tell my stories of fancy tales of angelic glory. Instead my train derailed my truth, my dear old grandma, old Ruth. She said the truth was worth to die, to beat old Satan, to beat his lies. I left my dreams to fight for truth, and dear old grandma, old Ruth. And cursed, punched in the face, no face in this life of the human race. Some say patriot, some say traitor. Guess it depends on historical speculators. Astronaut sons of the CIA to take my life far, far away. Instead the curse fell on his head at 26. He's stone cold dead. I grew up dreaming to tell my stories of fancy tales of angelic glory. Instead my train derailed my truth, my dear old grandma, old Ruth. She said the truth was worth to die, to beat old Satan, to beat his lies. I left my dreams to fight for truth, and dear old grandma, old Ruth. Seeds to root, grow up large, a truthful shoot. Then someday when I am old, they'll tell my story I long ago told. Except now they'll say instead of Ruth, Bart's the grandpa of this old truth. Not really true, 'twas Bill before me, and Jesus my brother, waiting for me in glory. I grew up dreaming to tell my stories of fancy tales of angelic glory. Instead my train derailed my truth, my dear old grandma, old Ruth. She said the truth was worth to die, to beat old Satan, to beat his lies. I left my dreams to fight for truth, and dear old grandma, Dear old grandpa, old true.
Man, that's, what can I say? I'm gonna play Fox Chase about it. That's like, man, that's wholesome right there. That's, man, that was beautiful. I love songs like that. It's remind me of the American was it Ventura Highway? Where the people go. I just love the song, man. I love that song. I love that style.
Well, thanks. Like I said, you're the only interview, and I've done a lot who showed it, and I appreciate that. It's close to my heart.
Hey.
And that was the cover of my book, which you can get at Sabrell.com, and that kind of sums up. I really want to put the moon landing fraud behind me. This is like my final statement. I've done enough.
They should be lying.
I'd like to do.
They lied to us. Moon landing. They lied. They need to be told the truth. Somebody got to tell them. Stop lying.
That's why it says the truth will set you free.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if people are being enslaved and they don't know it, then the truth will set them free.
Well, yeah, you pointed it out. They didn't even land. They didn't even land in Detroit.
Sure, you guys be blessed.
Yeah.
And send me a link, please. It was one of my favorite interviews I've ever done. And if it's all right, I'll share it on my YouTube channel as well.
Thank you, Bart.
Nice.
Thanks for
Y'all
coming
take
through.
care. Be blessed.
All right,
You
Mr.
too.
Bart. Peace.
Peace.